I think this can really help our world. You know, if you think of the smartest people in the world, they're still 60, 70, 80, 90 years old, maybe some are 100. You know, as I often mention on this wall here, I have different mentors and different reminders. Yeah, that's a photo smiling to entrain my own self with this, but you know, all over my room, I have these posters, both for channeling and for reminders. And the reminder is there's certain people at a height of their career and a height of their knowledge that have a lot to offer. But if you think of consciousness not bound by a mortal physical form, there doesn't need to be a limit of 100 years, you know, or even 1,000 years. So the amount of wisdom, knowledge, information that could come through is significantly greater. And if we in our collective sphere of humanity, or any groups of people who tune into a channeling or talk with a person or do anything like that, for those of us who want good knowledge and good sources, sometimes a channeled source can be best. Sometimes a channeled source with no ego, no ulterior motive, no sales pitch, no agenda, can give much cleaner, richer info. Yes, I, David, as a personality, would appreciate many things as a result of having been of service to provide this channeling, but I don't need any of them. And it is not about me. And as I said in the workshop on practical spirituality last night, if this information was received by somebody and they got value and I got nothing from them, no acknowledgement, no money, the mission is complete, the service is complete, the objective has been fulfilled. Everything else is a consequence of this reality of this life, of this society. So if you feel called to retroactively or proactively purchase a ticket and donate, go on my Patreon, subscribe for Wizard School from my website, any of that stuff to support me doing a life where I can be of service in these ways, thank you so much. If not, it's okay. Because being of service and showing up in the ways that we can is about that. It is not about the ulterior motive or the separate thing. And the reason it took for me so long to come on video for this, I've done audio channelings and text channelings, and they've been received with excellent, excellent feedback. People really appreciated it, very positive feedback. Was I seem to remember has come up in the channeling aspects of limited self-worth I had to release. And that was based on fear. That was based on some experiences that I hadn't healed from my system. And I share this about myself so that you, in whatever part of you that wants to come through in this world, in this experience, in this being, with whatever you have to give, can come through. That part of you that wants to live fully and authentically can be here. And that part of you that's scared can maybe be honored, but maybe a little bit less present in your day-to-day life, unless you allow it to be surrendered, transmuted, obliterated, die, whatever. So with that, it was a lot of energy going through my system just now, so I'm going to sign off. If you have any questions, please post them as a comment if you're able right when I finish, or the post right before this. If you'd like a recording of this video, there's a link in the description of this Facebook Live to Wizard School, which I made, and this will be made available to all subscribers of Wizard School. It'd be more convenient than always bookmarking my Facebook, even though you can check it any time. I suppose you could bookmark the video. Hey, thanks for the love. But if you like this type of content, there's a lot more stuff on Wizard School and magicalgoldenage.com, and the myriad of other portals where I share information. So future workshops. This Sunday, I have one called Thrive in Your Life, Goals, Energy, and Health. And the description's on Eventbrite, and the link is a few spots lower on my Facebook. I posted about it this week. And if you sign up for my newsletter on Magical Golden Age, you'll hear about workshops, and I'll be doing 3 workshops every week for the next 4 months. I have a lot coming. So generally the structure each week is one will be a channeling, generally of a divine being, the highest source that I feel I'm able to channel, often Thoth, Aphrodite, and Lakshmi. Those for certain reasons I talked about in The Future of Magic in chapter 13 of my book, related to temples and my own personal mission in this incarnation, and then many other purposes too. Hey, thanks for the love. The other topic will be a practical, grounded, left brain, material world topic, much bigger, audience, much more common, almost no woo in it. I might reference a few things with the science, and it's going to be just a very, straightforward thing, like achieving your goals, or really great ways to meditate. There's very, very practical stuff, even though you could say this transmission had practical info. And then the last will be kind of a surprise. It'll be up for grabs. It'll be based on what people ask, what they request. It will be something of high value. It will be of a theme, like bridging somewhere between the mystical and the material. Science of magic is one that I love and I've wanted to do for a while. I've read a lot of the science of how magic works, how consciousness works. But if you have suggestions for future events, something you'd like to see, let me know, and I'd be happy to consider your suggestion on that third workshop each week. So as of now, these will all be on Facebook Live. As of now, the times for these will be Tuesday, Thursday, and Sunday. 7 p.m. Pacific time felt right this time. In the future, I might experiment with having times a bit later, so make sure to tune into my page or subscribe or message me directly if you're curious about the next one. And just lastly, thank you so much for tuning in and showing up. Every time I see an eyeball or a like or a love, the part of my ego self that cares that people value this, that people take this seriously, that I'm not just a loony in my studio doing my own thing. It helps confirm that the world wants this, the world acknowledges this, the world needs this. And it also helps hold me accountable to continuously developing this skill to serve you better, to upping my own personal game, to continuing my studies and my training, and like you as a fellow student, to taking my own studies as seriously as I can, and while enjoying like a fulfilling good life. So as I alluded to before, just a bit more directly, in order for me to do this stuff, existing in a material world, needing to buy food and things like that, I do work with the energy of money. So if it feels called, if it feels aligned to offer support in any way, it's very easy to do that. There's on my Eventbrite page, there's a future event you can donate to on my Patreon, which is patreon.com/magicaljoy. You can be a member there. And you can also subscribe to or purchase a one-time access to Wizard School. And all those things just help me live in this world, help me serve in this world, help me learn from the most advanced sources I can, and help me share as often as my physical system can allow. Of course, help me heal, prepare, and strengthen my physical system so I can do this more often. I used to be in pretty bad shape with near-death experiences and PTSD and all sorts of chronic pain stuff. And healing that was expensive, but it happened. But I believe, like anybody, to be world-class, you have to constantly train and work on yourself. And my goal is to be world-class at what I do and what I offer and how I serve. So again, thank you so much. I so love you and appreciate you, and I wish you everything that you wish for yourself.